Hi, Eric here from Socially Awkward Studios and Her Majesty's Secret Podcast. We hope you're going to enjoy this Four-Eyed Radio presentation. For more shows and podcasts, visit foureyedradio.com. While you're at it, why don't you visit hermajestiespod.com/contest and enter the 007 Holiday Returns Contest. That's right, we all get presents we just don't want. We want to take them back. Well, that happens with movies too. And there's always something you want to take back from a Bond movie. Just one little thing that you would change if you could. Tell us all about it and win some fabulous 007 prizes right from the Four-Eyed Radio Network. Go to hermajestiespod.com/contest for all the details.
Thanksgiving, a time to stop, reflect, and give thanks.
Sorry, pal. Thanksgiving is over.
Coming Saturday, November 29th.
What is that?
A monster turkey?
Zach, AP, let's Ranger up!
Ranger Command faces a new, powerful foe. And help comes from an unlikely source.
Hey guys, look over there!
Another ranger?
But whose side is he on?
Alright, now it's my turn!
Who is this new ranger? Will this new ranger's help be enough? Or will they need more? Find out on the next episode of Ranger Command Power Hour on rangercommand.com and the Four-Eyed Radio Network.
You're listening to a new episode that's inappropriate.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another week of Appropriately Inappropriate, or however my son says it. He's so funny, because he practices over and over again, and then once I'm like, and go, he's like, I don't know what to do anymore.
I give up.
So yeah, welcome back. I'm Kevin Elliott. You can follow me on Twitter at Kevin_Elliott. Show this Friday, November 28th. Comedy on Fire. It's downtown Phoenix, and show starts at 8. I've never done it, so if you guys want to go, then go. I don't know what to expect or anything. Nancy?
Yes, Kevin.
People can follow you.
Don't follow me, actually.
Why? No more Instagram follows?
Oh, right. I forgot. Okay, Instagram. I think I'm N. Garrigus or something.
Yeah.
At Instagram.
N. Garrigus. Did you get any new followers this week?
I have 88 followers.
Three more. Good job.
3 or 4 more.
All right, building that follower count.
Empire.
And then again, if I sound funny or weird or I cough, I apologize. I'm super sick. So Nancy and our guest this week are sitting super far away from me, and I don't blame him. Chris Centeni is back again. He's one of our favorite guests and your favorite guest that you heard. We got such great feedback the last time you were on that we're like, dude, we got to get him on again. You went out of town for a little bit, and you came back. We did a show a couple weeks ago at this point.
Was it?
Yeah, well, it was a week actually today, but when this comes out.
Yeah.
And you were like, dude, I've got stories. And I said, well, then you're fucking coming on. So everybody, welcome back, Chris Centeni. Woo! All right. Centeni, plug away everything that you got.
Everything, all the handle stuff again?
Yeah.
All right. It's pretty easy. It's my first and last name, so it's Chris Centeni on everything.
Cool.
It's at that name on every social media platform.
God, so lucky.
I know.
And Centeni is spelled?
Centanni.
Cool. All right. So, you were saying, as you walked in, you picked up your grandpa from the airport.
Yes.
And I don't know if you want to get into it.
I don't know if I should. He might come after me. Grandpa's a tough dude.
Oh, man. Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Is he one of those, war hero guys that just Rambo it?
Well, he was in Korea, and then he was, a state trooper for, 30 years.
What is a state trooper?
The Illinois, everything police.
Oh, shit.
Drug busts and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
My grandpa was a highway patrolman. Is that the same thing?
No.
I don't think it is.
No, Nance, it sounds like your grandpa's a giant pussy.
No.
That's what that sounds like.
No, shootouts and stuff, though. He was involved in shootouts and all that kind of stuff. So,
My grandpa was Jewish.
Your grandpa was Dr. Huxtable.
Fuck that.
That's what you need to go see.
He wasn't black.
That's true. I don't know. I don't know your grandpa.
Dr. Huxtable's getting some big trouble right now.
I know.
He's quite the rapist.
I haven't followed up on it at all. I don't
He's
really
like,
give a
what,
shit.
3 people have come forward saying he's raped them?
Okay.
So at, 83 years old, he's like blind in one eye. He's looking
Is he
at
really?
jail time. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's a great comedian.
He's going down.
yeah, he's struggling.
He's going to jail.
Shit.
It's one of
No way. Is he?
Yeah. The little girl from the Huxtable show, what was it called? Cosby,
Cosby Show.
The little girl said he assaulted her.
No, I read that part.
Okay.
She said that he didn't touch her.
Okay. And then Janice
It's
Dickinson.
the only thing I've read about
Janice
it.
Dickinson said he assaulted her, and then that other girl.
Who hasn't assaulted
Barbara
Janice
Brown
Dickinson?
or something.
Janice Dickinson, her plastic surgeon has assaulted her by her face that he gave her.
Insulted all of us.
God, Jesus Christ, she looks awful. I don't know.
Yeah, Chris's grandpa's into her though, so.
So, all right, Chris, where did you go on vacation?
I went to Boston for
One of
a
the
wedding.
greatest cities in the world.
It's the best city in the world now.
Yeah?
I've been there, yeah.
Was it your first time going?
Yeah. There was a lot of firsts on this trip.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get into it, dude.
It was the first time I'd ever been on a plane.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'd physically never seen the inside of an airplane before.
Whoa, so what did you think? You finally getting all the jokes that comedians do about airplanes?
Yeah.
No. I was just like I don't know. Everybody in my girlfriend's family, I went back with them, and they were looking out for me, quote unquote. So, but I think it was just a chance for them to all be like, "You're pretty fat," like that, because they'd be like, We'll make sure you get an aisle seat because like
They didn't try to make you buy two
you need
tickets.
like more room."
We'll make sure we buy 2 tickets for you.
Right. I mean, they didn't get there, but I was waiting for that. Like we actually got
Fucking
you-
assholes. Do you get along with them?
Yeah, they rule.
All right.
I thought it was funny.
So they were being funny about it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
There was, but I also am glad I sat in the aisle.
Yeah. That's the money seat.
Well,
I like the window.
Window.
Why?
I sleep on the window.
I like the middle seat, so I can just sleep on either one of the people next to me. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, dude, no. I looked out the window like 2 times, and both times I looked out the window, I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm not in control of my life." Right
Yeah,
now.
dude.
I was real upset.
What I think is the scariest thing about flying is not looking out the window, but if you look up at like your air cabin and you
Yeah.
realize you're just in this little tiny, because planes they look big once you're inside, but if
They
you
are
look
big.
up at the ceiling, you're
Yeah.
like on a bus, and that's how
Greyhounds
that
in the sky.
goes.
Yeah.
Airbus.
The one time that scares me is when it takes off, and it's not. I just don't like the look when it's like tipping up.
You think it's gonna
Yeah.
hit the
And
ground?
no, I don't think anything at all. But I just close my eyes the whole time they do that, and it's just looking up. It's like, whoa! Like now we're in a position we shouldn't be right now. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't
know.
what it is about flying. The second I'm in the air, I fall asleep, and
I hate flying.
I can't even wake
I'm
up.
fucking petrified.
Terrible.
Well, like for me, it started taking off, and then you get like the elevator feeling as it goes up. You
Yeah.
know, like the
New for you.
like the seasick thing. Nah, man. I was like,
Did you take anything?
I didn't because nobody told me that was gonna. I probably could have figured out that was gonna happen, but so like, but as soon as we started taking off, I was like, nah, this is just like a monument of man's arrogance. Like we should just stay on the ground.
How have you gone this long without getting on an airplane?
I just had a limited worldview.
Yeah.
I just didn't really do anything. We took trains.
Never been on a train.
Trains are cool.
Sit a little closer to the mic. Yeah, or bring it closer. Either way.
I don't move from
Just get a little comfortable with it. Yeah, that's perfect. Finally, somebody takes it out and they can use it like normal. When I fly, I either get drunk so that I'll even get on the plane because I'm so scared, or I will take Xanax to calm myself down and then fall asleep.
Yeah. So you party either way.
Yeah, but the problem is before it lands, I get a ridiculous headache, and it's awful, dude. I don't like travel. I don't like traveling. Yeah.
Yeah. See, all right. Me and Kevin, then we'll hang out and just not do anything. That'll be life for us.
I hate flying too, but wherever I always feel like it's worth it.
Centenny and I are touring comics. We John Madden it, dude. We take a
Just
bus
take a
everywhere.
bus. Dude, oh my god. Okay, first of all, we had layovers.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask too. Wasn't it a direct flight?
No, because I was told that might actually be cool because I get up and walk around and
It's
whatever.
not.
I see it. I mean, there's a silver lining. I see the point, but I had to do it twice. I had to land and take off twice, and so that was uncool.
Where did you lay over at?
Kansas City.
Oh.
It was
that airport sucks.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just like a curving tunnel, and there's nothing good there. There's a barbecue place there I ate at. That was pretty good, but otherwise I was unimpressed with Kansas City.
Yeah.
The 2 minutes I saw of Kansas City. But they, and then like when we were landing in Boston, it's terrifying. I don't know why they do this. You have to like overshoot the whole United States. It's almost like they're like, whoops. We're gonna. It's like Angry Birds, like shot it too far. But like they go out and then they bank really hard and turn around, and the whole time I'm staring. Well, at first I was staring at like this elderly Mexican lady, and then my girlfriend.
Why?
And then the water.
Why?
Because I'm on the aisle, so when we're tilted to the side, it was like my girlfriend, and then like this wrinkly faced Mexican lady, and then my death. You know, like my impending doom outside the window. And the pilot was coming in, and it was like the plane was like teetering back and forth, like real hard. And I'm looking at everybody in the plane, like, is this normal?
Yeah,
People who do this, and everybody's kind of like, oh. Like looking scared, so I'm like, I'm dead. Like, how come my mask hasn't fallen? Where's my flotation device? And then, like,
the lady next to you.
He actually listened.
Yeah, I was furious. I was like, this is I'm gonna die here. And then when they landed, though, like he hit the ground real fast, and then everything yanked backwards. Like everybody's face hit the seat in front of them. I mean, like, and then when we were walking off the plane, the pilot's just kind of like. Whoo, like to himself, just like, whoo, man! Almost killed a lot of people today, you know.
Fuck.
Oh, so that sucked.
Maybe it was his first time flying too.
It felt like it, but
wow.
Good to see you on the ground.
So yeah, the tip that I always use is whenever the plane gets a little dicey, I always look at the flight attendants.
Yeah.
Because if they're freaking out, then yeah, there's something you need to freak out about.
Exactly.
But if they're not, then it's it's cool, it's whatever.
But I don't know if they're trained. They're like, no matter what.
Well, that's why if they're fucking scared, dude, you jump out of the plane. Just jump, get out.
I'm not jumping out of a plane. I'll tell you that,
dude. All right.
Here's
if it's pending doom,
yeah,
you just stay in.
I'll risk it. Because at the plane, my brother told me it was really cool right before I got on the plane. He's like, statistically, most people survive a plane crash. And I'm like...
That's not true at all.
Well, and I'm like, I don't know why you researched plane crashes extensively before I left. But, I was like, well, okay. I didn't really like it.
No.
Long story short, I don't really like planes.
So your first time in a plane, though, dude, did you like the peanuts?
Dude, the peanuts weren't bad.
They're great.
They got like their own recipe. That's what I was going to ask the people who work there, like, do you guys get your own kind, or like, can I buy these at the store? But
a little tiny chef back there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they give you like these tiny bags. I'm like, first of all, this is a ridiculous amount of peanuts.
Yeah.
Give me the whole thing.
Did you get it? You didn't get a movie, did you?
No, we were on Southwest.
You were going to Kansas City
Do you
and
have to
stopped.
buy your own food on the plane, or do they give it to you?
I didn't buy any like meals.
Yeah.
I actually found out that was an option after I landed, and I was like,
Dude,
"Oh, for real?"
The drinks on planes, if you get a drink, they're super expensive.
Are they?
And it's like you can't even argue it because where else are you going to go?
Exactly. Oh.
They got
can't
you,
even
dude.
kick you out.
Yeah.
Well, that was the other thing. Is like, dude, everything was like that on this trip. Like, I found out that being a tourist stinks. Anywhere, yes.
Yeah.
Like we landed in Boston and we got off and the guy's like, you want to like keychains are like $12. Like, how can you charge that? He's like, where else are you gonna buy a keychain right before you leave?
Well,
dude, airports, it's like a third world country.
Dude, it really is.
I hate all airports. I hate being there, and on top of it, everything's 3 times more expensive than it would be
because you can't go anywhere else.
Yeah,
they've got you.
There.
It also like when you actually get to the airport, and I hope this doesn't come off like I'm a horrible racist, but like when you see all the staff working everywhere, you feel like you're in like Captain Phillips. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm serious.
Yeah, no, a lot of the people that work curbside.
They're kind of angry.
They're not a lot.
Too.
Yeah.
All the people that work curbside are black.
But it's weird because like
it's like one of them got a job and was like, dude, I can get you all a job.
Well, it's not even like I'm not even saying it that way. I just like not even like your regular Chicago or New York black dude. It's like guys like
real pirates.
Well, I know we're working ourselves into a corner here, Kevin. We're both gonna be in trouble. But it's like I don't know. It's just really strange. I didn't know why that was. It kept like freaking me out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they even accept white people in that job.
To be at the airport.
No, all the white guys work security.
They're the pilots.
And if you want to talk about terrorists, you can talk about the security guys. But
yeah, your first time going through security, huh?
Yeah, that was
big moment for you. Taking your shoes off.
Yeah, and honestly, everybody makes a huge deal out of it, and I wasn't.
Yeah, it's easy.
The problem is though, I think it's profiling. I walked in there like, it's a white guy. We're not even going to check him.
Taken aside, I mean, almost every time.
You do?
Every
really?
time. Yeah.
What are you taking in your bag? No offense.
They're not looking in my bag.
They just look at you.
What is this? A bowling ball candle?
Yeah. I always feel like I get patted down like way too often.
Some sort of hair dryer with a scope.
Yeah, exactly. And I also didn't have anything though. I had like a book,
which is even more suspicious.
I know.
Gross that you read. Yeah.
Dude, you should read more. Reading's fun.
No. What was the book titled? Was it One Stop Shop Bomb Supply?
No. I don't even remember what I took with me.
You read so many books, you can't remember.
I do read a lot of books, but
Gulliver's Travel.
No, I took this book about hockey.
Oh, cool.
Oh, because you went to Boston.
Yeah.
Dude, also because hockey's the best thing ever. Hockey's so good. And I went to a Bruins game while I was there.
Dude, all right. Let's talk. Okay, before you get to that, because we kind of started talking about it, and I was like, I don't want to talk anymore.
Okay.
I want to do it on the show, just the whole trip.
Okay.
So you're in Boston, you land, enough of the airport stuff.
Yeah, that was horrible.
So you're in Boston now, and it's cold.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because, like, Kansas City was like 20 degrees when we landed.
Oh, yeah, it sucks there.
And it's flat, and every person that got off the plane was like, oh, I'd never stay here. Cross this off my list. While, like, all the people who live there are just like, all right, we know. But, like, when we got to Boston, I think it was, like low 40s, maybe high 30s. And we got there, and everybody was too cool for, like, public transit, so we were going to drive.
Yeah.
And we got lost. It took us like an hour and a half to get home. And then we drove through like the worst parts of Boston. And I was getting a headache. Yeah. I was feeling so sick because I was sitting like on the wheel well. I'm just like,
oh, shit.
I know. I'm like, if you guys could just either get us home or crash fatally, that'd be real good.
That'd be something. You live through your first plane ride, but you crash and die on your way to the hotel.
Oh, I was almost praying for it because we were going there for a wedding, and I'm like, I don't want to. All the stuff I want to do is happening after the wedding, so the wedding was just like an obstacle I had to get through. But let's see. So in order to alleviate my headache, they were like, "Let's stop and get some food," and I was like, "It's not about the food, but fine." Like, I could eat though, and so we went to Taco Bell.
Oh, no.
And I was like, this is why I came to Boston. I was really excited to see their Taco Bell there. And we walked into the Taco Bell. This is a long string of every person I interacted with hated me for no reason in Boston.
You look like a dude from Boston. That was weird.
Like half the people would ask me like how to get places on the subway. And I would tell them because I was like, I have a map. So like go there. I don't know how many people I got lost. But then the other half of the people were just vicious. Like vicious people. Like so the Taco Bell is like this super gay dude working there.
Yeah.
And he's just screaming at everybody. And then we're like the receipt
about their shoes,
dude. But no, about their chalupas and stuff, which is what was weirder.
Is that what they call shoes?
Yeah, that's what the Bostonians call shoes, local lingo. But like this, the receipts wouldn't print, and the lady's like, "Hey, whatever his name was, can you help me with the receipts?" And she's like, "The receipts don't print." get it through your head. He's like screaming. He's like, Jim's going to come fix it tomorrow. Until then, no receipts. Like as loud as anyone's ever
Who even
said.
wants their receipt from Taco Bell?
That's what I said. You don't want anybody to know you ate.
Not even have my change. Like,
I want my bank to call me, be like, dude, did you order Taco Bell?
We're suspicious activity.
Yeah.
For me, though, they're like suspicious activity was only $3 at Taco Bell. This is insanely different than the normal 12 to 15. I think somebody's making, like they're doing the test payment. But yeah, so he was mean, and then we went to the hotel, and they had like a full, like
frontal nudity.
I wish, not really. At first I said I wish, but then I realized it's like all old dudes there, so not really. But like they had like a full bar and like a full, you could buy like sandwiches and stuff, and I'm like, well,
I'm home.
Yeah, this is awesome. I could live here. And so that was, I mean, getting there was kind of dumb.
Sounds long, dude, all day.
That's kind of the point. Like, that's the story's dragging on because that's how it felt.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, I'm never going to get there. All I'm going to experience in Boston is, like, rental cars and airports.
By the time you get to the hotel, what time is it?
Honestly, it's like 7:30 at night.
What time did you leave that morning from Arizona?
I woke up at 3 o'clock that morning.
Oh, shit.
I won't do that.
But that's because I get nervous.
Yeah.
Like, this is the truth, and it's embarrassing to admit, but, like, no matter what, if I have, like, a job interview, if I got to travel somewhere, I wake up super early, and I take one really gassy, like, diarrhea poop. And
only the one?
Oh, no, seriously, it's just like, I'm just like, oh, my God. And, like, my body, like, physically manifests all the stress, and then it's gone, and then I'm zen.
Oh, my God.
Like, as I'm getting on the plane, I'm like, it's cool if I meet my maker because I'm over it. But at 3 o'clock, I'm like sweating, and I'm just like, I'm going to crash, and it's going to kill somebody I love. Like, it's real sad. But it was so.
Okay, so 7:30 Boston time.
Yeah.
You're exhausted.
I'm wiped.
Did you go to bed, or did you go out a little bit?
No.
Here we go.
They were like, let's go have pizza with, like, your...
You just ate Taco Bell.
Dude, I know. But here's the thing, though. I was like, I'm on vacation. There's no rules.
Yeah.
You know? Plus...
Yeah, but you still get full at a certain point.
Untrue.
I have a feeling this is what's hurting your stomach at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering if it's less stress-related.
Less Taco
more.
Bell.
But... So, like, we're going to go over to, like, my aunt and uncle's house and have pizza. But what they didn't tell me is that there's going to be, like, 30 people there. Like, the whole family was going to be there. Right? And this one dude, the guy who owns the house, he bought it, and it was, like, a smoldering carcass of a house. And, like, he's rebuilt the whole thing, which is tight. Because my favorite thing in the world is, like, this old house. So I'm like, this is real life, this old house. And so he's showing me around the house, and he's like, you want a beer? I'm like, of course I do. And then... he had like 5,000 beers. He had like a shed full of beers. And he's like, just...
Like a beer cellar.
Yeah, he's like, just take whatever you... So that was tight. I was like, okay, this is worth the trip.
Yeah.
Just for this.
Right now, my jaw is on the floor. I'm drooling a little bit.
Dude, right?
And I'm thinking about taking the next flight out.
But here's it got embarrassing real fast, though. Because he's like, you know, we're hanging out, we're doing whatever, and then we eat pizza.
Yeah.
Like, we're actually eating, and I broke a tooth.
Oh, no.
In front of the whole family.
And you're in Boston.
Exactly. It's like, I was just hanging out, like, chatting with somebody. I took a bite out of the pizza, and it just went like, and like everybody could hear it. Like, it was loud enough to be embarrassing.
Was there anything on that pizza that was...
No, it was like
justified breaking a tooth.
I know, right? It
Extra cheese.
No, it was
thick crust.
I don't even remember what it was. It was just like pepperoni pizza.
Sad.
And the tooth just like, I mean, like busted.
It was done.
Like the back of the tooth like fell off.
Have you since gotten it fixed?
No.
You have to.
I might, but they. So you know how embarrassing this is. Like the whole family's like, "Are you? What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Basically,
Teeth just falling out of your head.
Yeah, like why can't you keep your teeth in your face? You know. And so I spent the rest of the night, like, it's still not fixed, and it's like in the front of my mouth, so you can't even tell that it's broken.
Tooth pain's the worst.
He broke a tooth.
Yeah, it's the fucking worst.
But like, you can't even tell that it's broken, right?
Aren't your nerves killing you?
No, my mouth is dead, I think.
He's dead inside.
No, like, you have no idea. If you want to have a whole nother podcast about the dentist, I'm willing to come back.
Let's just we may get into it now.
Because there's probably $45,000 worth of dentistry going on in my mouth right now.
Oh, my God.
And,
but obviously, if you break a tooth, you're like, fuck it, man.
Dude,
Let's let it ride.
I think I have 6 fake teeth.
Wow.
It's sad.
Like, you need 6 fake teeth, or you like, I have them now?
No, like, oh, no, I have them now. There's probably going to be a couple
more. Get rid of
more.
the rest of them and get fake teeth. Just get it over with.
That's what I keep trying to do, but that's expensive.
Yeah.
And I don't, whatever.
But it's going to pay off. It's like an investment.
Well, like, okay.
It'll pay for itself in like 3 years.
Let me side note about the dentist real quick, because I'm mad about it.
Sure.
Like, this dude, the last time I had a fake tooth put in, which is, I guess you could say, is my fault, but he was like drilling, cleaning out. So he's like, and then you're gonna do a root canal. I've had so many, I don't even care. Like, I can't even, like...
Do you brush your teeth,
dude? He asked me the same thing. Like, just like that.
What
like,
the fuck?
Bro, do you even brush your teeth? And I was like, I do, I promise.
When your dentist says that, dude, you gotta use toothpaste. You can't...
Dude, I swear to God, there's been a couple times where the dentist will, like, look at my mouth, and then he'll just look at me for a second, and I think in his... Like, because he's wearing all the gear, I swear to God, he's supposed to look at me and just be like, God, fuck you, man.
You see it moving? No words like, coming out, but the mask is moving. Oh, like, my God. Excuse me.
No, dude, so, like, but he's drilling away. And then all of a sudden he's like, I'm going to send you to the specialist.
In the middle of the job?
In the middle of it, dude. Like, after, like, smoke was still coming out of my mouth and stuff, you know what I mean? And, like, yes. So he's like, you gotta go to a specialist, and I'm like, okay, when? And he's like, no, like now, like I called him already. I'm like, you haven't even gotten up out of the seat. I haven't even gotten out of the seat yet. And he's like, I know, but like he panic buttoned or something like at the bank.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
It's under the tray.
So,
it's a red button.
Yeah, he was like, oh my God. So I'm like, all right. So I started driving over there. It's not that far away.
Did you still have like your little bib on?
I did. I actually was.
And you're numbed up,
dude. I was numb.
And they're like, drive.
And I'm like, cool, man. Like, I'm all messed up.
In his mouth, just take them.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
he's gonna need all these.
Here's the thing. That's why I left the bib on. Because I was like, dude, if a cop pulls me over, I want to be like, this is not my fault. I've been drugged. And so I pull in to like the specialist. I go inside. My dentist is there.
He beat you there?
He beat me there. Like, I'm like, dude. All I'm thinking to myself is, actually, I was getting excited because I'm like, I'm going to get a huge check out of this. I know it, whatever he's done. And so then I sit down, and the specialist is just like just staring at my face.
Your mouth isn't even open yet.
Like, and he said, yeah. He's just staring at my face like anxious, like open it. Like he's at the front of the Black Friday line, like open your mouth. And I open up, and I swear on my life, he just goes, "Duh." I'm like, what's going on right now? I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? And so my dentist is like, hey, are you cool? Because I'm going to bounce. Like, I'm done here.
That's how he talks?
Yeah, my dentist talks like that. So he's like, I'm leaving because I have, like, a job to do. And so when he...
wipes his eyeballs clean for he's seen.
Yeah, so he leaves, and the specialist is going, it's like 45 minutes into this. And I'm just...
He hasn't even touched you yet?
He hasn't even talked. Like, he's working. He's working in my mouth. He hasn't said a word.
Oh, he's working on you.
On my face. And he hasn't said a word. And the little, like, hygienist girl is sitting there. And he goes, like, clears his throat. So I'm like, okay, good. I'm going to get
He's
an
like,
answer.
bring in all the hygienists because this is extra credit for your school.
So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get an answer to my problem. And he just looks up, like, you know, up over his glasses to the hygienist. And he goes, have you tried Habit Burger? They start talking about their lunch. And I'm like, dude, can I get it? So I did the only thing I could think to do, which was like I knocked some of the instruments off the little tray. Because I was like, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, somebody acknowledge me. And he's
It's
like,
a foot specialist.
yeah, no, and he goes,
No wonder he doesn't know what to do.
he goes,
You mean
oh,
stirrups.
I'm sure. I guess you'd like to know what's going on. I guess, you know. He goes, the drill is in your jaw.
Holy
I've heard of this happening.
shit.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? The drill's in my jaw. He's like, the bit broke off.
He should have never told you, dude.
He's like, the bit is broken. He's like, and they just show him, and they turn like the X-rays. He's been taking X-rays while I'm just chilling, right? So,
But you can't feel a thing.
right, this is how I know I got problems. I'm like, okay, you mean to tell me there's like
A drill bit.
dude, like 4 inches, just like
What?
chilling, stuck.
At least you couldn't feel it.
Well, he's like,
Sure,
you're.
eventually you did.
He's like, I guess we could give you a root canal, but like it's dead already.
Oh,
like
my
the area
God.
is like dead. So then he's like, I've been reversing it, working the bit back out of your
For
jaw
45
for 45 minutes. He's like, but I don't want to damage anything, so we're going real slow. And like, then he pulls it out and he's like, got it. You know, like I'm 4 and he pulled my tooth. It was scary.
Okay, I've heard from a couple stories about drill bits breaking off in people's mouths, but they go down their throats.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Luckily-
Did you get to
You're
keep the drill
lucky.
bit?
No,
You're lucky.
Then you know, I swear to God, he looks at me and he goes, also.
Do you not brush your
have herpes.
teeth?
Also, he goes, also. 2 things. 1, I'll probably just charge your other dentist for this. It's probably not going to be on
Probably.
you. And I was like, I like a definitive no. I'd like to know for sure that this is $1,000. By the way, dentist specialist, joke. The dude.
Endodontists.
It
Yes.
wasn't even a dentist special at that point. He took you to Home Depot.
Well, he's like, no, but like, I feel bad saying that because I just realized where I am. So like, but no, like, this endodontist was crazy. He was just everything's $1,000.
Everything.
Is that
no
how it
matter
works?
what.
Is this an endodontist?
No.
Oh.
But don't worry.
Thank
You're in
God,
good
because I
hands.
was like, oh man, they probably got a network. You know, but
There is a podcast that goes on here
that's
all-
dental.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Get me
We're
on
in a
that one.
dental podcast.
Yeah,
I have a lot of questions. I'll come with an encyclopedia worth of questions. But
All you have to do is say your name in the dentistry community. They're like, whoa.
dude, I swear to God,
He's like a
they
guy.
call me like debt
Alive?
collectors. They're like, hey, how's your mouth doing? And I'm like, it's cool, man. Leave me alone.
So what was the second thing?
Oh, the second thing, he's like, also, you know, I'll probably see you in a couple weeks for some of these other ones.
What other ones?
Apparently, I had other teeth that were in such bad shape that I'm just going to go
shit.
back for like a marathon.
I thought it was like other drill bits.
no, and I'm like, well, I love
Just
this,
go
man. They're
straight
just
to that
banking
guy
on me.
this time.
Exactly. I'm like, he doesn't bust
Cut
drill
out the
bits off.
middleman.
There's no negotiating. I know it's going to cost me however many
$1,000.
teeth.
We hear you
time-
flying. You're not going to be able to get through security with the metal in your face. We got to take out all the drill bits.
Dude, that poor dentist. I don't like him, though.
So you went back to him.
I go to him still on principle. I argue with him every time I'm there.
About what?
First of all, last time I was there, he's like, you have a cavity here. And I'm like, probably, but where is it? Show it to me on the x-ray.
You can't read an x-ray.
Right? And he's like, you have to be trained to read an x-ray. I'm like, is it the dark spot on my tooth?
Yeah.
Like, there's the x-ray, read it. Now, let's just...
But you need to say, like, show me what you're using.
Yeah, I was like, can I see where the... And like, he was like, you know what, we'll just call that a watch spot for now. I'm like, of course we will, because there's nothing there. I'm gonna call this whole office a watch spot. You know, like, but so where was I? We're still back to Boston, probably.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
just
you
mad
broke
about
your
the tennis.
tooth.
Just
Oh,
mad
yeah.
about the tennis for a minute. But then the dude, so we're in Boston. This dude takes me out to a shed.
Yeah.
The guy who builds it, he's like, built this whole shed by myself. And we're hanging out, but it's like 28 degrees outside. And I'm standing there because I'm like, I don't want to be a pussy. So, like, don't wear a jacket and just stand
Oh,
up.
you idiot.
Well, I had this flannel
I had
on,
a
I think.
flannel.
On a jacket?
What are you, Al
No,
Borland?
and that was the thing. He didn't have one, so I was like,
He's acclimated.
yeah, I see how this is. We're playing alpha male right now, so I can't be freezing, right?
Oh.
So like, oh my God, you could have cut diamonds on my nipples. They were so hard. I was standing outside, and he's like, this is where, and there's like a fire pit, and there's like a hole, and there's like coverings on all the windows, and I'm like, oh, this dude murders people. Like, he built a murder shack.
A murder shack.
This is my little Holocaust center.
Dude, and there's like saws all on.
Jesus.
Here's the thing, though. There was an easy solution to that. It was a wood shop. But all the tools were in the other room, so I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like, no, like I was like, oh, okay. But at first, I was like, I'm dying here. This is it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why it's like, you won't need a jacket.
Yeah, they brought the fatted calf out here.
Matter of fact, take the rest of your clothes off. It's easier for us.
Just said you really good first.
Yeah,
Right?
just, you're super dead.
This.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was waiting for. Like, you're so dead. But, so I made it through that night with a broken tooth. I ate a lot of pizza. And then I had these peppers that were stuffed with something.
Cream cheese?
No, man. It was like some meats and cheeses and stuff. They were good.
I'm so hungry.
I'm also very hungry, but that's why I've slowly drifted off into like, and then there was pizza, and then there was, and then the next day we had the wedding.
More eating.
Not a fan?
Here's the problem with weddings. I didn't know anybody except like my girlfriend's family, kind of, and the ones I met, and then the other people, I just, not my people. Nice people, I'm sure, but not people I'm going to kick it with.
Why?
Because they were very like, let's all dance and go around and like kiss each other on the cheek and share wine together. They were Italians, like
so
I
like
am.
Vikings.
No, they're like the other side was Italians, which is like what I am. But I was like, dude, we don't do things like this where I'm with my people.
We go to the Olive Garden.
Nah, man, like, you just eat the dinner and then you sit and sleep. Don't socialize. There's no friends to be made in this world. but yeah, so the wedding, and like a lot of people giving speeches that were too long.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And you just like, and then I realized like this is why people heckle at our shows. Like if you're sitting there long enough, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna get involved. I'm gonna put a stop to this right now. I've had enough.
Oh shit!
But I drank a lot. There was no getting drunk though, because I ate. As soon as I eat, infinity drinks. I can have as many as I want. I can eat like 3 pieces of bread, and it's game over.
No way.
Yeah, it sucks actually.
Bummer, man.
Because you start drinking, and you're like, you know what I could go for?
Yeah.
It turns out to be the end of my night. Like there's no more fun for me. I feel like this is a boring story. The wedding was a wedding.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
So you didn't dance. Everybody did, though.
I danced 2 times.
Slow dances with your girlfriend?
I danced 1 slow dance with my girlfriend because I promised.
Okay.
And then I was trying to be like spontaneous and cool.
Yeah.
So I told him to put on what's that song?
Twist and Shout?
No, like that Enrique Iglesias song, the new one, where he's like dancing all the time, Bailando or whatever it's called.
I don't know.
It's a jam.
It sounds like it's like you accidentally turned it to the Spanish channel and then you realize there's English in there too, but not a lot.
No, and then Sean Paul just like yells over stuff in the background.
Yeah, I kept checking the station the first time that came on. I was like, oh, must have been got on the Spanish channel, but it wasn't. Because in Arizona, there's a lot of Spanish channels.
There is.
Like mixed with
not
just
in Boston.
as many other channels.
In Boston, there's like hits, like oldies.
And a lot of sports talk.
Oh.
I just did New York.
That's fun.
That was stupid.
Yeah, they'll kill you if you say it that way. But no, but then it was like Dropkick Murphys radio.
Yeah.
Like that's all they care about over there, which is cool because I love them. But what else should we talk about?
Well, all right. So the wedding, you went boring, cool. End of the night. Did you do anything after the wedding?
Well, we went back to the hotel
with the full bar and sandwiches.
Dude, right? And here's what. I'm glad you brought this up because I got a beef. They took us back to the hotel, and everybody's like, all right, we're all going to turn in. You know what I mean? We're all going to just hang out for a couple minutes.
At what time was it? 7:30?
No.
Yeah,
it was much later.
Say turn in, you go to bed at 7:30.
Well, here comes this part of the story that made me mad. Everybody's like, we're going to have like a beer or 2 and then go to sleep. But I'm like, I don't really want to have another beer because it's not going to help me any, and I'm tired. I go upstairs. The next morning I wake up, I find out that they had free beer and sandwiches until like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no.
Right? So inner fat kid is raging.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have mattered because for every beer you would have been like, oh, I'll have a sandwich. So it would just.
I would have
like
just
a
eaten
giant
sandwiches.
lazy
He would have had a great time.
I would have just eaten sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like I would have been like, you can have all this dumb beer. Like I'm gonna just munch on these over here. And I woke up and my girlfriend's like, what happened? I'm like, I guess they were partying until like 5 o'clock, and then it was like Bruce Banner to the Hulk. My girlfriend was furious. It's like, my family's trash, and I'm like, whoa, like she lost it.
On you?
Is she Italian?
No, she's Irish.
Oh, that's why.
Which is my second thing. I'm Italian and Irish, so
okay.
I'm a big, hot, sweaty, drunk, loud mess.
Makes sense.
That's in my genes. I can't help it. But so that was kind of dumb. It made me mad.
Well, why was she mad at you?
I think because
you just went to bed.
Well, no, I know, but I think it was more like she was mad at them, but I was there.
Okay.
And that's fine. I'm not upset about it.
Was she mad at them for not turning in, or was she mad that they didn't invite her?
I think she was mad that they didn't invite her.
That's how I would have.
And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. So was I.
That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Like I'm saying this like I disagreed with her, here, but no. Like I was like, you know what? I was trying to be cool about it, and be like, things happen. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not going anywhere with these people ever again. To treat me like this. I got like a 16-year-old like at prom. If he's not gonna text me, then I don't need to talk to him ever again. We're not friends. But and then the next day we did way too much stuff. Like we went to Fenway Park.
Yeah.
And that was sweet
because the tour.
Yeah, like I'm all about that stuff. Like actually, Boston sports is like one of my favorite things. So that's why I wanted to go. That's why I went on the trip. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. But so we went to Fenway, and there's like all these people are like, wow, they played baseball here. This is like people from like Sweden.
That's
cool. Or in our tour group. It's kind of cool.
That is cool.
I guess you're a better person than me, but like,
no, that's not true.
No, like I'm walking around. I'm walking around the tour just like real quick. Be quiet. To these Swedish people.
They kept talking?
Well, they're like, oh my God, think of all the great players that have walked out here. I'm like, you can go and buy a stat book, and that'll tell you all the great players that were here. Shut up.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to hear about like when they were accused of corruption, and like I'm trying to hear all the juicy Red Sox details.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm trying to spend so much money.
A keychain of each player that ever played there.
Yeah, like I think about it all the time. Like rappers, like I'm gonna go to the club, I'm gonna ball out, and I balled out in their gift shop. I was like, I need a shirt for me. I need a shirt for my dad. I need a baseball, probably. I need a hat. I need like
probably.
And like the guy's like, you want a keychain? And I'm like, I'll get like 3 keychains. $150 later.
Well, it's
I'm
probably
like,
cheaper than getting him at the airport.
I know that.
So
not
really?
a lot though. So I did that, and then we went to McGreevy's. Have you ever heard of this place?
Yeah.
The what's it called? It's like the first sports bar or whatever in Boston. And it's like, I think the Dropkick Murphys like own it or part.
Oh, no way.
Put money into it or
I believe that.
Sponsor the club or whatever that hangs out there.
There are posters all over the place.
Yeah, so I was way too pumped because I love those dudes. And it was right next to like, if you know, do you know? But like the Berkeley School of Music. Like all the nerds that play violin and stuff. Like and good power to them because the violin's tough, I bet. But they like, so they're all there, and there's all these kids like coiffs and like cool hats and wearing like derby clothes and stuff. And then you walk into McGreevy's, and it's just like dudes wearing Carhartt jackets and like Red Sox beanies and cussing at each other, all loaded. I was like, this is home. This is the best place on earth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'll quit everything in my life and I'll just go work on pipes with these guys. I want a 20 below in a hole digging a pipe out. That's what I want to do. But that place was sweet. I bought a lot of stuff there too. I was like, yo, do you sell...
Oh, you have that killer shirt, dude. I saw that shirt you're wearing.
I was like, awesome. Do you guys have a shirt And they were like, dude, yes, of course we have a shirt. And so, like, she went and she's like, do you want this one? I'm like, no, it was real Irish looking. Like, it was very, like, and then she's like, do you want this one that's got a baseball and an eagle? And it's red, white, and blue, and it says, like,
it's
go.
the American League logo.
Yeah.
But instead of saying, like, American League.
Oh, holy cow, it is the American League logo, isn't it? I just realized that right now.
That's the one you got.
Oh, my God,
It's
yes.
so cool, too.
And I told I was walking around. I turned into like a weird dude. I turned around. And I was like, this country's falling apart. Like, we need more like union guys. I loved it. I was like,
he got hired on as the head of the union from Boston.
I loved it. I was like, I'm moving here. I'm joining a union. I just want to go drink and fight and like go to hockey games. This is all I want to do with my life. And so like then that night, I'd bought tickets to go see the Bruins, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to get in a fight. I'm going to get killed. Or I'm going to get thrown in jail. And so, first I went to the pro shop. Bald. Like, they got so much money off me on sales tax while I was there. And, like, I was like, I told my girlfriend, like, you want a hat? Like, buy a hat. Let's get a hat. I don't care how expensive it is. Just buy hats and shirts. And, I was going to buy a jersey. I was like, I'm buying it. But then, no. They were $185.
Oh, God.
Immediately deflated my balling.
Well, you gotta be responsible.
I was so mad. But when this is the weird part. When the game started, it's such a con. I love it. The shirts are, or the jerseys are $185. The pro shop is open from like 10 to 6. At 6... they close the pro shop, and then the doors open for the game, which seems weird, right? Yeah. Like, you'd want to sell. No, they thought this through. You go upstairs, and all the jerseys are now for sale in the kiosks, and they're like $225. They just $40 just cause. Like, that's what $40 markup because we felt like it. And there was like Army night there. So they had like camo jerseys, and I was like, oh.
I don't think I've ever spent that kind of money on an article of clothing ever.
I thought about it. You know what I mean? I was like, I didn't do it, though. And I also felt like a real hypocrite. Like, I'm going to buy the Army jersey because I've served exactly 0 years in the military.
It is cool, though. I mean, those jerseys are awesome. Any team shop, they do mark up, kind of like the airport. So you want to get that shit at, like, a store or in China where they knock off.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, it sucks being a tourist. I should just... Everything was...
Being a professional tourist is just not in the
I know, I cannot sustain this lifestyle of professionally being a tourist everywhere. Because, like, I bet you, like, the regular value of everything I paid was, like, half of what I actually paid. You know, like, if I was just somebody who bought it online.
Yeah.
Like Amazon?
Dude, for sure.
Yeah, but if I bought it on Amazon, they'd probably send me the kid who sewed it and be like, you get lifetime free alterations.
That's the warranty. They send you the seamstress.
Yeah, then, like, some little kid comes in the box, like, just holding the jersey, like, this one's yours.
Oh,
I'll fix it whenever you need.
Lifetime free alterations is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. Holy shit, that was awesome.
It was like I was bummed a little bit. Like, you know, you get bummed because you look around and you're like, nobody's making a bunch of money off this except like Reebok and the Bruins. But,
yeah. No, you're right. And not the kid that made it.
Not the kid that made it. He should have been union, you know? Moved to Boston, dude. Moved to Boston.
So Teddy's got your back.
I'm going to run the union. We're going to be fine.
So how was the game? Because Boston fans are crazy.
Dude, it's a Monday night. Like, granted, like, the next day was a holiday, but...
Right.
So I'm like, okay, I'm expecting a little bit more attendance because I'm used to, like, the Coyotes games.
Yeah, where it's you and then the players.
Yeah, there's like, you know, a 13% attendance on the playoff nights. You know what I mean? And it was 98% full.
Which is shitty because it's like, dude, we didn't sell out. This is bullshit.
Yeah, seriously, the guys were walking around like, well, we might as well not have a team next year. You know, just shut it down. How are we gonna keep the lights on? And like, dude, it was nuts though. The game started and they're playing all the cool stuff like get your hot dogs and buy your raffle tickets, and then everything just goes like blackout, and they start playing like Dropkick Murphys and then the team comes skating out on the ice. Everybody loses their mind. And
so cool,
dude. I was like, I cried a little bit. I won't lie to you. Here's why: because then New Jersey came out, right? They're playing New Jersey.
What a good game to go to.
So,
God, the Bruins Devils.
So the Devils come skating out on the ice. This is why I started crying, though. And the fans just universally are, like, booing and screaming. And I was like, this is the town I've been waiting for. Like, you're openly allowed to hate other people, and it's just allowed here.
Yeah, and in Boston, hey, openly hate black people. They are very racist out there.
Really?
Yeah. Boston is the only black people in Boston play for the teams, and then they're hated.
It was kind of weird, actually.
Yeah.
Now that you're saying that, I didn't really think about it, but I really didn't see. I saw a lot of Asian people, but I think they were all tourists.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of black people there. Boston is notoriously racist.
Are they really?
Yeah.
That's weird. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Oh man, I hope they're not racist.
Well, I mean they are, but it's okay.
That'd be two big bummers, like Bill Cosby and Boston. You know what I mean? Like Boston's racist, which means Bill Cosby can't do
Boston
anything.
College, Boston University, and Harvard. Predominantly all white schools.
Those sound like very ethnic schools to me.
Okay, so you start crying,
dude, and then they had one of those things where this kid loved the Bruins his whole life and went to serve in Afghanistan and he died. You know, so immediately I'm like,
man.
dude,
You should have bought the camo jersey.
I know. I was like, no, like
this is your fault.
I'm just like, I'm gonna cry so hard if they do like a thing for him.
Yeah.
What do? His mom and dad come out on the ice, dude, and the crowd's going insane. Like the rafters are rattling. I'm bawling. There's like flags everywhere, and I was like, this rules.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because like,
what an incredible moment.
Yeah, like I think we were talking about last time I was here how you like hate politics and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and like I get mad at politics, and then I was like, this is like the opposite though. Like this is what I wish we had. Like everybody was just so. It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
I can't even explain it. I was bawling.
No, that's a very unified moment to have.
Yeah.
Just for you, right?
Yeah.
But then to be in that whole setting of 18 to 20,000 people.
Dude, it was like 40,000 people.
No, it wasn't. It's in the Fleet Center.
I promise you.
Or
No, it's in the Garden,
TD
dude.
Bank North. I'm sorry.
I'm
They changed the name. TD Bank North Garden.
I'm going to look up some stats real quick.
It seats like 18 to 20,000.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That's going to... Stop.
Look it up. Look it up.
You know what I love right now? Kevin destroyed my moment. I was like, dude, it's like 40,000 people.
He was crying.
Just all unified. I was crying, and Kevin's like,
That's not-
here's the thing, though. It only seats 18 to 20, so I know you're lying. Couldn't have been that good of a moment.
No, I'm saying it was an incredible moment.
It was half
even
as good
better
as you
that
said
there
it
weren't
was.
that many
Muster up tears
people.
with only 18,000 people, Kev.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Jeez Louise.
It's hard
It
to
would
choose.
have been a cool moment, but it was more like a middle school game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There was only 20,000.
Wow, it only holds 17,000 people?
Oh, wow. Well,
Why even go?
yeah. Just listen, shut it down.
God, only 90. What's 98% of 17,565?
17,565.
Really?
Because it's like a basketball hockey stadiums. They don't seat that many.
That's the thing, though. I was thinking about that actually, like while we were just talking about it. It's like, yeah, it was smaller than the average stadium, I guess.
You need to get the union.
No,
down there.
I mean, look, it's normal
Yeah,
size.
we need to get
Either
those
way.
They get the union guys
The
that build a
union
bigger
guys,
stadium.
they'll do something about it. They'll fix it.
But I'm saying, what an incredible moment to be in where you're not from that city, right?
Right.
And you're used to this West Coast stuff, which is very different than the East Coast.
Which stinks.
Yeah, it's just,
I'll be honest.
give or take. It's what you like. But it is very different. West Coast to East Coast, totally different. But you feel this, like, from there, I'm assuming in that moment, it's like this unity
Oh
of
my God.
all these people
No, it really was.
coming together, and, like, that had to be just incredible.
Dude, they would not. It was like 5 minutes of just roaring for this family. And then, like, so my girlfriend's standing there like, wow, this is a great moment. You know what I mean? I've ruined my beer with, like, salty tears just falling in there. You know what I mean? And I'm just like,
Dunking a sandwich.
I was so sad. I was so, like, bummed. You know what I mean? But, like, and happy. Again, I was like a 16-year-old on prom. Like, at the end of the night when they played a slow song. I was just crying real hard. But it was awesome. And then the game was sweet.
Yeah.
Everybody was just, like, little kids that are way tougher than me.
Who won?
The Bruins.
Nice.
But, like, it was intense. Like, little, tiny kids, like, you piece of shit. Like, they're, like, 7. And I'm like, oh man, maybe I'm not built for this town. You know what I mean? But so that was cool.
That is cool. That's freaking awesome.
I was gonna wear like all my gear, all the gear I bought to this thing, so we could talk about it. But I was like, I don't have room for like 12 shirts on me.
Just peel them off after each story.
Well, but it was funny too, because like you were talking before, I'd be walking around and I was just wearing like a Bruins shirt and then like what I'm wearing now over the top of it, and people were like moving, and they're like, "Oh, hey man, how do you get to?" I was like, "I don't know, man. I don't live here.
I'm from Arizona.
I don't know, man."
Don't say that.
No, I did not say anything like that because I was like, they'll start hitting me and like treat me like. But, and then, what did we do the next day? Oh, we just went on to like that Freedom Trail. You ever?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tell me, I don't know.
Sad.
It was like, what it is like they have like a little brick path laid out.
Pretty much, Centennial spent the whole time crying.
Oh, okay.
And you can walk around. Yeah, really though, it's an emotional city.
You didn't cry at the wedding, though.
Oh, I didn't cry at the wedding. It was too boring. And then like,
He cried because he didn't want to be there. So notice how he just perked right up when he stopped talking about the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
the
like,
whole new Chris.
dude. Really though, when I was that wedding was so boring. I don't even want to talk about it. But like so it's just like a path that you follow, and then you go to all these historic sites. So you go to like the first state house that they ever had, but you can't go in, so you just look at it. That's what bummed me out. I was like, well, I want to see what's going on, and they're like, no, peon, you cannot go inside the mighty state house. And then you go into like these old churches, and I was like, if church was like this, I'd go. You know what I'm saying? Like an organ like built into the roof, and there's like just hardwood floors, and like everything's.
Isn't that intimidating?
And everything's
organs
solid.
that are that big.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that like that's
chopsticks on it. That's about all I could do.
But like Jesus goes to those ones.
Right.
He's not present at these weird churches. Like the modern ones, he's like, no, I'm not going there.
Rock and roll Jesus.
I don't care about you guys. My real followers go to the squeaky old church. But so that, I mean, it was cool. It was cool to see like the actual buildings, like the actual place. But I was just
cathedrals.
Dude, that's what I mean. Like you're like, oh my God, the people built these with like no machines, no. But then these people were walking around with boxes that said Mike's Pastry on them. And I was like, I've seen this on Food Network. This is supposed to be like the best place ever.
Really?
Yeah. Because I'm done with freedom now. I was like, I'll throw all my freedom away for whatever's in these Mike's Pastry boxes. And we went on a hunt. I was like, I'm going off the trail.
You got to stay on the trail.
She's like, you're going to get lost. I'm like, if I find this pastry shop, I don't care.
My sense of smell is pretty good.
I'm going to risk my life.
I'll find my way.
Yeah. And then I realized, it's in the Italian district.
Home.
Exactly. My people everywhere. Bunch of sweaty, olive-toned people walking around with gold chains on. And we go down there and we found it. But there was 400 people inside of it.
Pastry shop?
Yeah.
They're like, we make 20 kinds of cannolis. And I was like, well, price that out $3.50 times 20. But I only got 2 though.
That's it?
God, I'm so pissed.
Mad at yourself.
The reason I talk myself out of it is because you can order online.
Yeah.
And they'll deliver it to you.
Say that, dude. Let's go online. We'll order the rest of them.
Pull it up, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care. We'll take them to Stand Up Scottsdale. Have a Mike's Pastry show. But
that sounds awesome.
But so I got these 2, and then but then what nobody told me was that the Freedom Trail is like 8 miles of walking.
Oh.
One way. One way. So I'm walking, and I'm like, I already hate it. It was cool to see the places, but in between, I wanted to die all the way between every building. I was just like, oh, this is tight, but like now hit me with a car or something. You know?
I feel about Disneyland. Just
I've
in
never been
between
there.
everything, I'm like, oh. Well, the good news is you don't have to fly there. You can drive.
Oh, thank God.
It's not worth it.
I've never been anywhere ever except for Boston now.
Yeah, I've never been to Boston.
You should go.
Now I want to.
I just, man, where'd it go? But what were we talking about? Oh, the cannolis.
Yeah.
God, they were good. That's really.
Did you eat both of them,
I
or
ate.
did you share with your girlfriend?
She didn't want them.
Why?
She's like, I don't like cannolis.
And you don't like a cannoli?
Exactly.
Is she not Italian? You told me she's not.
She's not Italian.
Okay.
It's
well,
okay, though.
why?
But she's Irish, which is
Well,
cool.
that explains
Irish
it.
people are cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I'm like walking around. And then as we were going, and I was not budgeting for like the 8 miles or whatever it is.
Right.
So I'm eating them while we're walking. So now I've got these like big, heavy, they were giant cannolis too. They were like the size of a water bottle.
Did you have water?
I did not have any water.
Well, there you go.
So I'm dying of dehydration because I have no water, and I'm eating 2 cannolis that are the size of water bottles while I'm on an 8-mile trek.
I don't go anywhere. I'm terrified to go anywhere without water. It gives me anxiety knowing I don't have water to go.
Oh my god!
This is the first time I drank water in weeks. I think it's why I'm sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. Get your life together. Drink some water. No, but... And then we got to the end of it. I swear to God, we got to the end of the thing, and I'm like, I don't care to go back. I'll live here. I'm not even going to walk across the bridge to get back to where we came from. I'm going to live right here. I'm done.
Shit.
And then, like the second coming of Christ, I see a ferry coming across the bay. And I'm like, time out, though. So we got on a ferry and rode back. And I was like, damn, what a great city. Like, that was the moment when I was like, what a great city. You don't even have to walk. You know what I mean? Like, they just get on a boat and they'll take you back to the train.
That's awesome.
This is the life I'm trying to live. I don't want to
I
drive.
wonder why everybody there is so pissed off then, because you seem to think it's the greatest place.
I would fit in. I think it's because we talked about this. I want to be an old, cranky dude when I get older.
You're halfway there, dude. You're just not old yet.
I know it sucks. I hate being... I really don't like being like a young person.
That's weird.
When did you
No.
decide that? How old did you have to get before you decided that?
I think I decided I didn't want to be young anymore when I was like 23.
Well, the last time I saw you, you were really in a chipper mood. This is just a whole new you I'm seeing. I don't know if it was the wedding.
The wedding was a bummer. No, I'm just kidding.
It really
It's all
just
right.
stressed
They're
you
divorced
out.
already.
No, it's because it's not even that. It's just that like traveling is real hard for me because I don't do anything.
Yeah.
I don't really like going places.
It's a lot. It's probably a lot of stress.
It's a lot of stress. That's why I had to take one giant diarrhea poop before I go anywhere.
But then you got Boston out of it, so
But
it had to have been worth it.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was like, I've been covering this up with like my Hawaiian shirts and my gym, which I still
Buffett.
don't
I
even.
think about you all the time.
I
Every
listen-
time I think of Buffett.
I was listening to Jimmy Buffett on the plane because I was like,
That's
if
what
I,
kept you calm.
Well, yeah, because I
Mother,
was like,
Mother Ocean.
I was just listening and I was like, I'm not even here right now. I'm not even on this plane. I'm on an island, just
That's
enjoying
awesome.
some drinks, you know.
Yeah.
But
Which you won't go to because he won't fly.
I would.
you
I don't
don't
think I
need to.
could go to an island now. I could though.
You could.
I could. Oh, you know what? Good idea. I'll go. It just reminded me of something that happened. I actually we went to a beach. It was the first time I've ever been on a beach either.
Whoa, felt the sand in the toes.
No.
It was too cold.
I actually was wearing what I'm wearing now to the beach. I was wearing like a flannel and boots and
His
pants.
union uniform.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was Union Beach. Okay, and so like
Union Bay.
no, but it was just like, and then we ate seafood. I ate so much seafood.
Oh,
Did
it's
you eat,
so
like,
good there,
clams
dude.
and stuff?
I had some
Crab.
clams. Oh my god,
Lobster.
dude! I had
All
a,
we've done is talk about food. I
oh
love this
god, I had a lobster roll
Oh,
from Kelly's.
game over.
First off, I saw Kelly's on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, and I'm like, if it's good enough for Guy Fieri, it's probably real good. And I went dude, it was a $19 sandwich.
Good though.
I mean, it was worth all $19.
That sucks because they're free at your hotel. So it better be good.
But here, I felt so bad though because I was eating this lobster roll and this homeless dude, looking real like Boston homeless, like super homeless.
Yeah.
And he came up and he was like, "Can you help me?" And in my head, I was like, just staring at my plate, like, "Please just disappear." Like, you just evaporate or like turn into bats and fly away or something. And then I did, because I didn't know what to say. What was I going to do? Like, can you please leave me alone to enjoy my $19 sandwich?
Spend all my money on my sandwich. I can't help it.
I cannot spare you any money because I'm eating the most expensive sandwich available.
He probably had like $16 in his pocket, but what's that going to get in?
Oh, I know, right?
Poor guy.
I was so mad though. And everybody else is just like, oh, just ignore him. Just ignore him. Maybe he'll die. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
It's like, what a good city. Everybody's so mean.
Boston tough.
But
Strong. Boston's
Whatever.
strong.
Boston's strong.
I could never make it there.
People wearing that shirt around?
Dude, they got like whole stores dedicated to Boston
Still?
strong.
That's cool.
I was into it.
Yeah.
I didn't buy one.
No,
I was
you
like,
know.
what am I going to do? First of all, nobody's going to believe I ran anywhere. Like, that's where it started, and they're going to be like, no. Because you got to be authentic there. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, you try to pull some weird stuff on people, they get mad over there. They get real mad.
Yeah, dude. I think people from Boston are the most proud than any other person from where they're from.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
That's what I didn't understand. Because, like, I'm from Arizona. Nobody's ever been like, Phoenix pride. You know what I mean?
No,
everybody's
no.
like, oh, I'm sorry, everybody.
But there are many people that are from Phoenix, that born and raised from Phoenix.
That's true.
Well, most people move
Or
from Boston to
transplants,
come
yeah.
out here.
Yeah.
That's true. I was born here.
So was I.
So Boston sounds nice.
Boston is nice. It's the best place on earth.
Yeah, but isn't there like a whole bunch of bad weather there right now?
There is.
The vortex.
Yeah, you got to deal with that.
I don't know if I could
It's
do
pretty
that.
shitty weather.
It's all right.
Summers are nice.
I
They have
like
4
the cold.
seasons.
Here's the thing. We have 4 seasons too. There's one by ASU. It's a
He's
hotel.
such a
Hotel,
douche. That was
yeah.
so hacky and shitty.
I know, but it came in and I said it, so I can't think of it. But the thing is, though, I like the cold. That's why I don't know why I live here.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I love the cold. Like the cold though, like 20s
Have
and
you ever
10s.
been in it though? Like,
Oh, yeah.
really?
How cold did you keep your house?
How cold do I keep my like 70?
That's pretty cold.
Like if I could go, I mean, if I could afford it, I'd go
You
lower.
go
but
66.
but in Arizona, it's like
You have to pay for it to be that cold. That
Yeah.
doesn't just happen here.
In
yeah,
Arizona, your air conditioning runs 24 hours a day.
All
yeah,
the
it
time.
kind of does. Like
Yeah.
no, and they actually people back there they don't understand it.
And when it breaks down, you have people at your house at 3 a.m. There's 24-hour air conditioning places. People die in their houses if their AC goes out.
Yeah, they're
And
old.
older people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're old. He said that like, thank God.
I mean, the couple times my AC's gone
Natural
out,
selection.
we have people at the house at 3, 4 in the morning because you just
It's a
Yeah,
good,
it's
can't tough it
unbearable.
out.
it's unbearable.
All right. So, Freedom Walk,
That was
get
pretty
the
tight.
pastries,
God, those are so good,
eat your sandwich.
dude. But I kept, yeah. See, this is what I did. I went to Boston. I was like, I'm just gonna eat and hang out.
Yeah,
people-
but that's what you do on vacation, man. That's
Hey,
awesome.
Well, tell everybody I went with. They're like, let's go visit this. And I'm like, God, but there's a bench right here. Like, it's just right here, and then I can just sit. But, I mean, yeah, that was most of the trip. So, it was not like the best trip probably anybody's ever taken. But only because of Fenway Park and the Bruins, it was the best trip.
Fuck yeah, man. And you had never been really anywhere.
Yeah, the only other place I'd been to San Francisco and Chicago.
And how was the airplane back? Because now you're a veteran. You're like, I've done this before, bro.
Yeah, well, that was the problem. Is we take off and I'm like, that's not how I would have done it. But okay, like all of a sudden I'm an expert on the plane. And like we were flying, and there was like, for some reason I lost my patience. The flight home, I'm sitting on the plane, just like,
And you had a layover on the way back?
Yeah, that's when I went to the barbecue place. Though it was like an hour, and I'm like, guys, I'm doing some sitting and eating.
At least you stuck on the tarmac for 3 hours. That's always fun.
If I was, dude, I would not have made it. If they were like, you're gonna
That's
have to sit in
awful.
here for 3 hours, I'm gonna be like, okay, well then I'm gonna have to go to jail.
But they won't let you. They'll just make you sit there until they take you to jail. Flying's not for the weak. I'm sorry to tell you.
I don't know, man. I didn't really like it.
I hate
I mean,
it.
it's not really horrible. I mean, it's actually kind of like a marvelous thing that was invented, but I don't like it. I'll stay on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
I was gonna have to go to a wedding, and I was gonna need someone to go with me. I was gonna invite you, but
I'm not the guy. No offense, I'm just not the guy.
yeah, I don't go to weddings either.
What else?
I hate them.
So what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about just regular life?
I'm sick, dude. I don't want to talk about anything. Oh, shit.
Why? I know, dude. Why are we doing this if you're sick? That's how dedicated.
Got to get it out, man. Got to get it out.
That's how dedicated to the craft you are.
No, we can hear, and then we'll get you back, and we'll do the bullshit stuff. But I just wanted to talk to you and get your stories from your trip, man. It's awesome.
Enjoyed your trip. That was great.
I'm glad. I actually had fun. I know it doesn't sound like I ever have fun doing anything, but
really fun. I really want to go to Boston now.
Oh, and I will say this: the show that we did do that night, when I saw Chris, thank you God for going before me. And I said that to you and your girlfriend.
You said it to me that night, but
holy shit! Look, no offense to the people that went before us. They were struggling a little bit, right?
Yeah, it was tough.
And I'm not knocking anybody. I mean, you go out there, you give what you got.
I think the problem with that was just like people, you couldn't read the crowd right away. Mm-hmm. Like I had the benefit of a lot of guys going before me, and I was like, okay, they're kind of into this, they're kind of into this, they're not feeling this. But some of the guys, I was like, God, I do not like. I envy them for getting any laughs. The first few guys, because it was hard, man.
Yeah. So we're sitting in the back of the room, and Centeni puts his stuff down, and he's like, "Yo, can you watch my stuff?" I was like, "Yeah," and then he says, "Hot dogs, sorry, gas station hot dogs, or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah," and then he just walked up on stage, did it. The crowd was, I mean, he crushed.
That's my favorite
He literally
joke.
murdered on stage.
Ever.
And I said, thank you, God, for getting the crowd like that. Because I went up, and I went up right after Centeni. I was like, I could have said anything at that point. They had bought into laughing hard that I was like, all right, I'm good now. Thank you for doing what you did.
Well, but the thing is, though, but you were like actually funny, though. You were good. So, I mean, they went in. Maybe they were real excited. I don't know. I think they were. But they were.
It's much better to not go in stone cold. When the guy in front of you crushes, then it's like, all right, now we're good.
Dude, I just was so worried going up there because I was like, God, these people are so old.
Oh, so funny though. They were.
I was like, these people are so old, and I'm gonna tell so many nasty jokes. And
but they bought every single one of them.
They really did. That's why I love old people. So,
God,
once again, great. Another reason to be old and not young.
There you go.
You can relate.
Yeah, dude. But that was fun, man. That was a good show.
Fuck yeah, it was. Every time I do a show with Centeni, dude, I love it. I have the best time. And you guys, anytime that he's on a show or any show he has, I'll always plug it because you guys need to go see him. So again, plug away with everything you got, dates, anything coming up.
Dude, I got. When is this airing? This is a dumb thing.
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, on Sunday, I'm on Turner's showcase at Stand Up Scottsdale.
Okay. So tonight, you guys are listening to this. Sunday, what's the date on that? The 23rd?
Is it 25th? Yeah, the 23rd.
Yeah, 23rd. All right, Sunday the 23rd at what, like 8 o'clock?
I believe it's 8 o'clock.
All right, Stand Up Scottsdale. Definitely go to that. It's always a fun show.
Dude, I'm excited.
Joe Matarese is headlining that show, and he's awesome. So funny.
I'm trying to see who's on that show. Let's see. We got... Because there's a lot of dudes. Like, I was looking at the lineup. I'm like, we're going to have a good show. Dude, Spees is on the show. Charlie Spees is on the show.
Funny.
And Jessie Johnson.
Yeah, she was on last
funny. Turner's hosting it, so that's always going to be good. We got... Dude, I love Turner. That dude's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Paul Lucci's going. Lucci.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to mess up his name, dude.
Yeah, he did the last one with us.
Dude, it was great because he was like, he started out, like I went up, I had a pretty fun set, and then he came in and just was like vicious, man, like just plowed into the crowd.
Yeah, he did. God, man, I'm going to request to follow you every time.
All right.
Because every time you just crush, no matter what the audience is doing, and then it's like a layup for me at that point.
Dude, I promise you, then you're just lucky because I've had my fair share of. Why did you do that?
Really?
Oh yeah, there's times where I'll go on stage, I'll come off stage, and be like, all right, well I can quit.
I've never seen it, man.
Everybody here wants me to die, so that's all right.
Well, that show is going to be dope, dude. It's a good lineup. It's always a fun show.
Dude, it's going to be real good, especially with like an actual headliner.
Yeah. And I love Matarese. Dude is so funny.
Dude, I got into him like a month ago when I saw him on the schedule. Mm-hmm. You know, like I saw the poster or whatever up, and that guy, he's great.
Yeah.
I was
he does this joke, I think, where he's like, I know I'm getting older because the first thing I do when I'm out is I look for shade.
Dude,
like, dude, that's so me. I
real
love
life right there. That's real talk. I don't know if that's old. That's just smart.
Right? That's because you know you're getting older.
Yeah.
I'm thinking smarter now.
Yeah. I don't have an exact percentage, but that's got to reduce skin cancer. You're much more comfortable. I respect that. I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's a funny joke, but it's also like...
It's very true.
Respect, man. I appreciate you looking out for everybody like that.
Oh, man, I love it. So yeah, for me, guys, let's see, Friday, November 28th, the night after Thanksgiving. So anybody that's in Phoenix, come to that show. It's Comedy on Fire. Have you ever done it?
I've done it like 3 times.
Oh, really?
I promise you.
Tell me about it.
Dude, I promise you it's going to be one of the most fun times you ever had on stage.
Really?
Especially because it's in a cooler month, so there'll be like more people there.
But it's the night after Thanksgiving.
Dude, everybody's going to be fed up with their families. They're going to be like desperate to go get loaded in a backyard somewhere.
Is that so? Tell me about it.
Dude, it's like I've never known specifically what to call it. I think it's like a gallery, like / living, you know, kind of like, I don't want to call it a commune, but like the people who run it live there.
Oh, so it's like a house?
Dude, it is. It's like this real kind of, it's kind of an old house. It's got like, and
it's in downtown Phoenix, though, right?
Yes.
Like right in downtown?
Yeah, like if you get off, you can take the light rail and get off and walk like 2 minutes and be there.
Okay.
Like it's real cool. And it's just like a stage out in the back area. I don't want to call it a backyard because I mean it's bigger than a regular backyard, but and then they just set up like whatever chairs they can find out there. It's super like kind of DIY, you know, like let's just have fun.
Yeah.
But the crowd comes and it's like a blast.
Yeah.
Both times I did it, I had one awesome set, like I felt like it was really fun, and then I had one that I was like real bummed out about. But both times, man, like
just an awesome time.
It's like BYOB, so you bring whatever you want, and like everybody shares, and like it's I don't know, man. So you know, pro tip, like don't bring the expensive beer.
Treat it like a frat party, dude. Keystone Light.
The thing is, it is like a frat party minus like the frat guy mentality. It's just like it's a bunch of people. They come out, and they have a good time, and the crowd's usually super, super into it.
Cool.
I don't know, man. Micheletti did a good job.
Yeah, I'm interested because it's outside. Usually shows outside suck.
Well, that's why I was nervous because like Micheletti's like it's the guy who puts it on. I guess I should say that for people who don't know who he is. But and Matt, the first time he told me to do it, he's like, "It's outdoors. It's this." I'm like, "Dude, this is gonna be so dumb." You know, like in my head, I was like, "I'm gonna do it because I love Matt," but like I don't know how this is gonna play out. And then I got there, and it was way too fun. Like it was a ton of fun.
Cool.
So you're gonna like it.
Well, cool, dude. I'm excited. I mean, I was excited to do it anyway because I knew, like, all you guys had done it before, and I wanted to check it out. And
yeah, it's real.
See what's going on.
It's also a totally different crowd than you're going to get at like a club or like one of the smaller bar shows. It's like people coming to hang out and just chill. Like they're open to laughing. You just got to make them do it. You know what I mean? Like there's no pretense or anything. It's real cool.
I'm working on a new bit about garage sales. You think that'll go there?
Dude, as long as, because there's a lot of thrifty people. I mean, like a lot of, it's kind of like that kind of like reuse.
Like an alt room.
It really
is. It's outside.
But it's, but like it's, dude, I really don't know how to explain it, but it's like those old, the best way to describe it is like a comedy version of those old punk house shows from like the 80s where people were like in the basement, you know?
Yeah.
That's like the energy I feel like they have.
Cool. Well, fuck yeah, man. Everybody go. It's 8 p.m. And just follow me on Twitter, and I'll post like the address and time and all that stuff for you guys, so you'll know, at Kevin_Elliott. Other than that, I don't know. Follow Nancy on Instagram, at ngarrigus.
I should probably just do it right now. Bet she's got a killer Instagram.
I don't know if she's posted anything since then. Since she signed up last week.
Oh, she's only been on for a week?
Yeah.
I've been on for like a year. I've done nothing with it. No, I realized very quickly nobody wants to look at a picture of me doing anything.
No, I'm not on Instagram. I don't take photos. I live in the moment, bro. And then I tweet about it live.
Dude, I don't. My Twitter. People followed me. This is how lame I am. If I had like stakes, if I was like, oh man, there's like 300 people waiting for me to write something, I would. But like my followers, I'm just like, I write stuff and I don't get. It's an ego problem.
Yeah.
I'll write something and I won't get any attention on it. I'm like, fine, I don't want to talk to you either. I'm done with all of you people. Done with all 89 of you or whatever.
Oh, man. Well, Centenny, dude, thank you for coming in. I love hanging out with you and talking with you, dude.
Thank you for having me. I hope it wasn't boring.
No, I didn't think so.
All right.
We're going to get into this dentist shit next time and,
dude,
and delve into all kinds of stuff.
I'm coming guns blazing on the dentist. The dentist and me. I'll bring my dentist.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We'll just have it out right here in the room. We'll have a war of words. Me and
oh, my God. That'd be awesome. Everybody, thank you for listening. Hope you have a great week. Until next week, we'll see you and have a good Thanksgiving. Didn't even realize this was a Thanksgiving episode until right now.
Oh man, we didn't talk about turkey. We didn't talk about Indian. We're gonna have to re-record this.
All right, guys. Enjoy your week.